Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a hips and hamstring release. It's a nice little lower body opener, kind of some yoga stretches and some deep mobility work in order to help kind of relax and release our lower half. When you're ready, we'll go ahead and get started in a tabletop, coming onto all fours. We'll widen your knees to the outer edges of your mat and draw big circles in your hips for dancing lion. If you'd like a little stretch to the arches of the feet, you can tuck your toes. Feel that stretch as your hips pull back towards your heels. Notice if there's anywhere that feels a little sticky or tender. Kind of take your time as you move through the circles. Allow the hips to rock and release. Let's reverse the direction of your circles around in the opposite way. 3 more. On your last one, we'll meet with your hips pulling all the way forward. Let the hips melt, let your chest open, take a little back bend. Then send your hips all the way back to your heels for a child's pose. Feel that lengthening of your torso forward on the mat, the reaching of your fingertips away from the hips as you melt your hips back towards your heels. We'll walk our hands over to the right side of your mat. Focus on melting your left hip back towards your left heel. Then walk your hands back through center and over to your left. Your right hip melts, widening across your upper back. Then slowly back through center. We'll lift up, tuck your toes, lift your hips, find your downward facing dog. Deeply bend into your left knee. Try to melt your chest back towards the right. Try to melt your chest towards your left thigh. Maybe that right heel starts to roll down towards the floor, feeling a stretch up the back of the thigh. Then switch, bend your right knee, melt your chest to the right. Lengthen your left heel down towards the floor. Make it a little bit more dynamic. Bend into one knee at a time, rocking side to side like you're pedaling out through your feet. Maybe rock the head, relax your neck and shoulders. On our inhale, we'll reach the right leg up and back, 3-legged down dog. Then bend your knee, open up at the hip, draw little circles around in one direction and around in the other. Then step the foot between your hands, find a low lunge. Your back knee comes down. You can keep the fingertips to graze on the mat, or maybe take the hands on the top of the thigh, gently push your chest away, stack your shoulders over your hips as you lean into a stretch of your left hip flexor. Slide your right hand down by your side, reach the left arm up and over, great length to your left side, left hip. Then slowly take both hands to frame your front foot, half splits. Work to find length to your front leg. You can always walk your hands in a little bit if you need some more space, or take hands to a block underneath you. You might notice if you flex versus point through the ankle, you'll notice a deeper stretch up to the calf and back of the knee if you flex. Focus on your breathing here, melting with each exhale. Notice where there's any tension in your shoulders or any gripping sensation you might feel that you can kind of release and let go of. Rebend into your front knee. Take a little twist, peel your right arm open, reaching across the chest. Maybe the hand comes to the thigh instead to give you a little bit of extra bind. And we'll take both hands to the inside of the foot. Wiggle your right foot wide to the outer edge of your mat for a little lizard lunge. If you'd like to stretch more into your hip flexor, your hip, you can come down onto your forearm. If you'd like more of a glute stretch, come to that nice edge of the foot, and gently push your right hip away from you. 2 more breaths. And take both hands down onto the mat. We'll lift off your back knee, step back to plank, and lift your hips up. This time your left leg rises, bend your knee, open up at the hip, draw circles around in one direction, letting go of tension through the trapezius muscles by your neck. We'll reverse our circles. And step the foot between your hands. Low lunge, your back knee comes down, toes untucked. Hands can graze the mat or press them into the front thigh. Think about keeping a little push of your hips down and forward as you lift your belly button, your trunk away from that front thigh. Stay like that, or left hand comes down, right arm lifts, and a little tilt over to your left side to stretch all the way across your right. Hands come down for half splits. Aim to stack your back hip over back knee. Adjust your front heel forward or back depending on the length of your legs. Fingertips to the floor for control as we open our heart forward like you're pulling your chest towards your front foot, and maybe fold in. You can flex or point. Find the degree of stretch that feels best for you. We notice how this side might feel in comparison to the other. Sometimes one side is a little tighter, a little more open, a little stronger. Do your best to find that symmetry in your breath. Rebend into your left knee for a lunge twist. Left arm peels open, or take the hand to your thigh. Push the hand into the thigh to help you rotate a little bit deeper. Both hands to the inside of your foot. Wiggle your left foot wide for a lizard lunge. If you took a variation like coming down on your forearms or rolling to the outer edge of the foot and gently pushing the hip away from you, notice how it feels on this side. Trying to mimic one side to the other and adjust as needed. From here, we'll wiggle your foot back into center. Tuck off your back toes. This time we walk your hands towards the center of your mat. Kind of the hands are between your feet. Hands right under your shoulders. Find length in your spine. And gently bend into one knee and then the other. Rocking your weight side to side for a little stretch through the inner thighs, those inner hips as you bend. Meet with your right knee bent. Maybe walk your hands forward as you sit the hip back towards the wall behind you. Maybe the weight goes light through your right toes. Keep the depth in your legs. Just take your left hand underneath the face and peel your right arm open, twisting towards your right thigh. Both hands down. Walk it over to your left. Bend deeply into your left. Walk your arms forward. Feel that magnetic pull away from your hands and hips. You're creating a little bit more length in your spine, reaching in opposite directions. Right hand comes underneath the face. Open up through your left. Stretch into your inner thigh. Both hands down. Take equal weight in both feet. We'll gently come down into a frog shape. So you can take your hands for support, come down onto your knees. You'll widen through your hips, really send your hips towards the mat. For some people, kind of just depending on the anatomy of your hips, you might feel better if you rock a little bit forward or if you sit the hips back. It's a very deep inner thigh and hip stretch. Kind of allow yourself to melt. If the hips are quite tight, you can always slide a pillow underneath your trunk. That'll help to give you a little bit of something to brace with so you don't feel like gravity is pulling so hard into your inner thighs. Maybe close your eyes, connect a little bit into your breath. Use each inhale to create space, to create length, to create ease. Use each exhale to let go of any tension in your hips, in your body, in your mind. Anything you might be gripping onto, allow yourself to kind of melt and feel that release. To come out of it, we'll slowly lift your hips up. Kind of find weight back in your hands. Tuck your toes. Find your wide-legged position. And walk your hands forward for a wide-legged down dog. Melt your hips back. Shake out the head, yes. Shake out the head no. Then walk to face either direction. Set up for a plank. Lift your hips up and back. Find your downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg lifts up and back. Exhale for a pigeon stretch. Bring your right knee to right wrist. The toes face the left side of your mat. We open up your chest. Maybe fold forward. Breathe into it. Again, here you can always take a block or a pillow underneath the head if you want to find a little bit more melting. You can always pause this video and hold the stretches for a little bit longer. To recommend for deep hip stretches or kind of deep release, 30 seconds to a minute or about 10 breaths is a great starting point. We'll walk our hands back towards your shin. This time sweep onto your right hip. The left leg sweeps around. Take the sole of your right foot along your left inner thigh. Lift the arms up and melt your chest over left leg. Flex through the ankle to feel a little bit of a deeper stretch at the back of your hamstring. And to transition, we'll take your right hand behind your right hip. Lift off of your hip. Slide your right knee underneath the hips. You're all in line from your hand to your knee to your left foot. Big side stretch. Then take both hands to the mat. Lift up and back. Three-legged down dog. This time your left leg rises. And bend the knee, slide it forward for your pigeon stretch. Right leg goes long behind you. Open up your chest. Maybe walk forward, melt in. Notice your cycles of breath. As you breathe in, that breath usually starts at the base of the belly and lifts up through the torso, expanding through the ribs, your lungs, your chest, the throat. Notice as you breathe in and out if that breath starts to catch anywhere, if you're holding it anywhere, whether it's unintentional or not. Try to allow that full length to your breath, so all the way from your hips to the crown of the head, you feel expansion into the nose, out through the nose or the mouth. Walk your hands back towards your shin. Sweep onto your left hip. Your right leg comes around. Sole of the foot to your inner thigh. We reach the arms up, square off over right leg, and fold in. We'll restack shoulders and hips. Take your left hand behind your left hip. And scoot yourself so that your knee can come onto the mat. We align for that side stretch. And this time we'll just sit the hips right back down. Find a butterfly. Your soles of the feet come together, knees go wide. Use your hands to open up the soles of the feet, massaging them out. Roll your shoulders back, heart forward, and gently pull your chest forward towards your feet. Restack shoulders and hips. Slide your legs out to straight. Flex and point through the ankles. Feel that length, the backs of your legs. For more active stretch, hold the flex. For more passive, hold a point. Then reach your chest forward over the thighs. Hang heavy, gently tucking your chin in towards your chest. Grabbing anywhere you can to help support that length, that release. We'll restack shoulders and hips. Just a counter stretch. Hands come behind your hips. Bend your knees. Lift off of your hips. Open your chest. Let the head go back behind you. And slowly lower your hips and meet in a comfortable seated position anywhere on your mat. Take your hands together in front of your heart. Close your eyes. Allowing each inhale to expand gratitude, intention, peace, and ease within the heart. Allow each exhale to melt the shoulders out of your ears, to melt the hips a little bit deeper into the mat, finding that length in your spine. Practicing gratitude for showing up today, for giving yourself this release, this time to open and settle. We breathe in together through the nose. Open your mouth, slow and soft exhale. Flutter the eyes open. I thank you all so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.